Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another Mahadoniii Talks Football. Today's match preview is going to be one of the biggest match previews you've ever seen. It's Real Madrid facing Barcelona in the Supercopa de Espania final tomorrow night. It's going to be a very big game. We're going to take it step by step and just look at everything in a clear manner. So, if we look at the head-to-head between Real Madrid and Barcelona, they have played each other approximately 258 times. Real Madrid winning 105 and Barcelona winning 101 and drawing 52 times. Barcelona have managed to get past Real Madrid with 423 goals, whereas Real Madrid has scored 433 goals against Barcelona. So it's going to be a very interesting matchup. And of course, if we take a little bit of a zoom in into the Supercopa de España specifically, Barcelona has managed to win the competition 14 times, whereas Real Madrid are only trailing by one trophy. 13 trophies is how many Supercopa de España Real Madrid have in their cabinets, basically. If we take another zooming in into the head-to-head, Real Madrid and Barcelona have faced each other 9 times in this competition. Barcelona have managed to win 3 times. They've drawn once, and Real Madrid have won 5 times. In their last 7 games, Real Madrid have won 6 out of the 7, whereas Barcelona beat us in one of the games. Of course, it's gonna be a very interesting matchup, but in order for us to get into the specifics, we kind of also want to understand where have these teams gone so far in their last 5 games. Real Madrid have managed to win their last 5 games, all wins across many competitions against in the Intercontinental Cup, in the Supercopa de España against Morocco, of course, and 3 games in La Liga. Whereas Barcelona have won only 3 out of their 5. One in the Champions League, they've lost 2 in La Liga, one in La Liga, and they've also won against Athletic Club in the Supercopa de España semi-finals. So, statistically speaking, based on the last 5 games, we are definitely outperforming Barcelona. But if we take a look in the tables, for instance, La Liga, Real Madrid are currently sitting at first place, of course, with a game in hand over Atletico Madrid, who are playing tomorrow, and Barcelona are sitting at third, trailing by 5 points. So, in terms of La Liga, they are not doing well at all. But you guys might say that's La Liga. Okay, what about the Champions League? In the Champions League, Barcelona have been doing probably they're in the best form they've ever been in the Champions League in the past many years. I don't even know how many years it's been since Barcelona has really done well in the Champions League, as well as they are doing right now. They're sitting at second with only 3 points behind Liverpool, whereas Real Madrid are at their worst when it comes to the Champions League, sitting at 20th with only 2 games won out of the last 5. So as we can see clearly, Barcelona and Real Madrid are both doing well in one aspect and doing terrible in another aspect. So this is why it's gonna make it so much more interesting, so much more intense, so much more beautiful. Real Madrid facing Barcelona, let alone whatever the competition is just extraordinary. Everyone is hyped up to watch it. It's the most watched game out there. Trust me, everyone's ready for it. I'm excited for it. I can't wait. It's going to be a very special game. I also want to move on to something that Ancelotti said during his press conference. But I also want to say that according to Ancelotti, Jude Bellingham and Fede Valverde are ready to go. They're fit, they're well, no problems, no injuries, just a little bit of strain for Jude Bellingham. So that's good news. But I really hope after this game, because I'm gonna assume they're gonna be playing the full 90 minutes. So hopefully they don't get injured, because obviously this isn't the only game we have left. We're still at the very middle of the season. There's so much more ahead of us. There's so much more to win. So I regardless of playing against Barcelona, regardless of being this a final, I really hope we don't uh, get any more injuries. Because obviously no one's going to be taking it easy Barcelona just got their Danny Almo guy, and he's gonna be playing. So their reinforcements have definitely increased, have definitely gotten stronger. So hopefully we'll see what happens. But I wanna get into one thing that Ancelotti said that really got me thinking, and I really agreed with. So I'm gonna read it out exactly word for word what he said. In these games, quality becomes more important than the balance of the team. Individual moments outweigh the collective display. There is a huge individual on the pitch which can be more important than the collective, especially when it comes to defense. Balance and teamwork will be very important tomorrow though. If you defend well, you have a greater chance of winning the game. And that's something I really like got me thinking. I'm like, that's actually very true because when you have a side like Real Madrid and when you have a side like Barcelona, two extraordinary teams full of history, full of talented players, from Yamin Yaman to Gavi to Pedri to Dion to all of these players, to Lewandowski of course, everyone, to Real Madrid with Jude Bellingham, Vinicius Jr., Arda Güler, Valverde, so on and so forth. I'm not gonna name every single one, but you guys get what I mean. When you come to a game like this, there is no more okay. There is no more such thing that playing as a collective team, having the perfect pass, having the perfect positioning, having this and that's gonna be enough. No more of that. That does not, that's out of the picture now. Now it only solely depends on individual talent, which for us would be Jude, with his work ethic, with his great strength, with his great defense, with his great mentality. Of course, a guy who's been pretty much man of the match throughout the season. We have Valverde who could really help us a lot when it comes defensively, when it comes in shooting outside of the box and potentially scoring goals. So when it comes to the Classico, and I'm talking about this specific one, the Supercopa de Espana, this is the most intense thing ever because obviously throughout the last few years, Barcelona have been going through this development stage, this growing of getting, of transitioning from their old XI to their new XI to the new generation. So now that this season they have really proved that they have improved a lot, regardless of their situation in La Liga and the games they've lost. They've actually improved a lot, and I'm saying this as a Real Madrid fan. They've improved a lot, and now they've put up a really good fight. We saw what happened against us with the 4-0 loss. Of course, I'm going to get into that in a second, but you saw what happened. They really put so much work. They really proved how good they are. So it's going to be interesting to see because not only have they improved, but we have improved so much more since the beginning of the season compared to now. So it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be an extraordinary game. I can't wait for it. One thing I want to mention is about the 4-0 loss, which unfortunately happened, is that, yes, that's when that's what we really needed to work on the collective aspect of the team. Our defensive side and our midfield control was terrible. Our forwards barely had any chances to score. So now that we've really kind of solidified our defense and improved and really worked and feel confident, we shouldn't have any issues with that. Because in that 4-0 loss, our main issue was our defense slipping up, bad positioning, leaving too much open space, and all of that. So obviously we've learned from those mistakes, and that defeat is actually was a really good learning point for us, Real Madrid. And now we've come so far improved, and we've already got 2 trophies in so far this season. So it's fantastic. I wanna say that full respects to Barcelona, but I don't think they're gonna have it in them to win. just based on everything I've said so far, that yes, they've beat us 4-0, but that wasn't our good side. In the first half that we played against Barcelona, where we lost 4-0, the game that we lost 4-0, we were dominating them. It was just because of I want to say minor, but it's obviously a major slip up. Obviously, if those slip ups did not happen, Barcelona wouldn't have scored one goal. So we're going to have to see what happens. There isn't much else to say until the post game, but I want to give you guys my my lineup prediction. Of course, we're going to have Thibaut Courtois in goal. Mendy has really improved since the last game we played. He showed glimpses of his old proper strong self. So hopefully we'll have that Mendy in, and hopefully we'll enjoy his defensive capabilities as well as him moving up the field. We really need him to really focus and stay patient and strong and clever, because Barcelona have fantastic forwards. He's going to be dealing with Lamine Yamal on that right hand side quite a lot. Of course, I just wanted to mention that Barcelona fans, some of the Barcelona players have really hinted at the fact that they know where to attack and where our weaknesses are. And I'm going to have to assume that's going to be our right back, Lucas Vazquez. So it's going to be interesting to see if Ancelotti is going to use the same tactic as last time, where he switched up Valverde and Lucas Vazquez when it came to the offensive plays, because then that's going to be very important in case where the Barcelona get onto a counter attack. So we're going to have to see how that plays out. But anyways, of course, we have Rudiger as a center back. Alongside of him, again, it's either Tchouaméni or Asensio. But we don't have any proper news on what's happened with Tchouaméni. He seemed very fine after the game last time. But I'm going to say Asensio just for the sake of being, careful. And hopefully Tchouaméni will definitely be fit enough to come back. Hopefully he'll come back, maybe. Regardless of that, Asensio is a master of his position. He's already... I at some point, like maybe at the end of the season, I'm going to say something along the lines of he's much better than Rudiger. Trust me. This guy, I've said it before and I'll say it again, hints at Ramos. Hints at a new Sergio Ramos. Of course, we have Lucas Vazquez on the right-hand side with Camavinga and Valverde, with Jude Bellingham controlling the center mid positions. Of course, we have Modric back, which is fantastic news. We're going to need someone like him. Last time around where we beat Barcelona, Modric came on and really, truly dominated the game all by himself, really. And of course, we're going to have our three main forwards, Vinicius, Mbappe, and Rodrigo. Hopefully, we could see more goals from each and every one of them. Rodrigo scored in the last one. Hopefully we'll see some more goals coming in. And like always, what's my score prediction? This is where it gets kind of really interesting, because whatever I say could be terrible. If I take the safety route of saying like 1-0 to Real Madrid or 2-1 to Real Madrid, that's safe. I don't want to be safe, and I want to say my instinctive thoughts. Instinctively, or my gut feeling is telling me that Real Madrid is hopefully gonna win. There's definitely a 0 for Barcelona. That's why I'm thinking, should I say 3-0 or 4-0? It's possible, last time we played them in the Supercopa de Espania, we beat them 4-1, so it's not impossible, So I'm gonna go with 4-0. I am going to go with a wild one and say that Real Madrid are going to win 4-0. Of course, if Barcelona scores, it's not a big deal. As long as we win, that's fine. But the just for the sake of predicting and just for the sake of hopefully seeing what you guys react to that, we'll see what happens. But I would say Real Madrid will hopefully win 4-0. Thank you very much, ladies and gents, for watching. Let me know what you guys think down below about everything I have said so far. If I have missed something, let me know what you guys think. What's your score predictions? Put it down in the comments. I'm very interested to know. Thank you very much for watching. It's Mahadoniii Talks Football. Bye bye.